What are some of the upsides and the downsides of artificial intelligence in the long run? So we've looked at 2030. I want you to sort of give us a visual picture of what AI could look at after 2030, A in 2050, A in 2100s, and so on and so forth.
That's a great question. So do we manage to figure out how to control superintelligence? I think it's impossible. If it's impossible, the outcome may be very bad and very soon. So the moment we create it, we opened up this possibility for all of us not existing anymore. So the worst possible outcome. If we figure out how to control it and it's beneficial to humanity, then there is no limit to how good things can be, right? You have complete utopia. You can cure all diseases. You can live forever. You can get abundance of economic wealth, opportunities. We can explore space. Really, anything you read in science fiction becomes reasonable as long as it's not violating laws of physics. The problem is, I'm still pretty sure we cannot indefinitely control superintelligence.
And how do you see a super AI in 2050 versus a super AI in 2100? If you can sort of help us perceive the comparison.
Right. So that's a wonderful question, and it hits right against the unpredictability problem, right? I cannot predict something smarter than me and what they're going to do. I can tell you what I would do. I can tell you what maybe some other human can do because I understand what they are. But just like a squirrel cannot understand your plans for next year, I cannot understand what a superintelligence will do. And the moment we create first superintelligence, the research doesn't stop. It continues improving, making more capable, faster superintelligence 2.0, 3.0. You have this process of exponential self-improvement. And at all those levels, the cognitive gap between us and AI keeps increasing. Right now, maybe the smartest person is IQ 200. But imagine someone with relative IQ of 2,000, 2 million, 2 billion. You cannot predict or understand their goals, their values, and what they're actually trying to do. So it's an impossible question for me to answer. I can make up stuff and lie to you, but nobody can meaningfully tell you what AI is going to do in the year 2100.
And you're saying there's no way to turn around the super AI that's already in momentum, even if, let's say, the business interests were not at play?
Right. So as long as we're still alive, we can always make changes and decide what to do. But so far, it doesn't look very good. So unfortunately, current federal government in U.S. is very much against regulation of AI. They are not doing much in terms of safety. In fact, by executive order, the federal government made it illegal for all 50 U.S. states to have any regulation of AI. On top of it, they started a new acceleration project, Mission Genesis, which says, okay, maybe it will take 2 years to get there. It's too slow. We need to accelerate this. So it seems like we're doing the exact opposite. We're expediting this process, putting more resources into it without any breakthroughs in safety and security.
So why do you think the government is doing that? Why is it not trying to rein in when, the dangers could outweigh the benefits?
So perhaps the advisors to the decision makers are not as concerned about safety. They are more concerned about outcompeting other states, China, for example, in terms of military AI, and they feel that that threat is greater than anything AI itself can present. So in my opinion, they're wrong about that. I think our countries are still populated by human beings. We have similar interests. We can certainly make deals. We are trade partners. So I think it's much less of a threat to have other countries compete with us versus this non-human entity taking over.
And where do you see India in the AI space?
A lot of potential, but I don't think it has delivered to that potential quite yet. I think you need to kind of start integrating some of the existing technology into your economy. I think it would help you a lot.
But don't you think, given the downsides of AI, us having a slightly reserved approach to AI could actually be beneficial?
So I'm always happy when people don't race to superintelligence, and it's wonderful. The problem is superintelligence is a technology with basically guarantees mutually assured destruction. It doesn't matter who builds it first. If it's such a negative outcome, it's the same for everyone. So with nuclear weapons, we always talked about mutually assured destruction means if you start the war, you die. Here, if you build superintelligence, everyone dies. So I appreciate you guys not building it. Good job.
But we die nonetheless.
If we do it, you die. If you do it, we die.
Yeah.
So let's not build it. Very important.
If you enjoyed watching this content, you can watch the full in-depth video on the Body to Being podcast hosted on Shlloka YouTube channel. To continue watching shorter pieces of this content, you can subscribe to Shlloka Clips on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video and follow us on Spotify. Pranam.